Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too, so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta themed city. Welcome back to the channel where last episode we did a bunch of place naming and we did a bunch of metro revisions. It's taken me a little while to figure out exactly how I want to approach this metro in the city, but I think that's the fun of the game, right? Changing things up, building things one way and then realizing, that's probably not the best way to approach things. And hey, here we go. Here we go. Here's one of the situations where we did a bit of a revision on the metro line. So yeah, we only did those two things yesterday. I was hoping to do a bit more, like the university station, and that's what we're going to actually start off today's episode with. As you know from the title, we're going to start our post-secondary education in the city, which we don't have any post-secondary education in the city yet, so we will look into that. So yeah, we'll start off by getting the university metro station in, and we'll talk a bit about it. I'm going to try something out and let me know what you think about that. And then we'll start actually building up the actual post-secondary institute. So let's hop out and take a quick peek. So yeah, this is what we did yesterday. This was one of the examples. And if we have time at the end of the episode today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the larger metro stations like this one. And we're just going to make it an actual city park because it'll raise the land value around it just a little bit. It's not like we're going to be able to get it to level 5 park or anything like that, but any bit of help helps, right? So yeah, this one was a little bit tricky to do. Pretty much what we did is we just turned it. We pretty much ended up just grabbing this side and just pulling it this way. And what that did is it allowed us to have a bit of a better angle into Greenberg. So I was doing some more thinking. If we just take a quick peek at this, there we go, we can see it. What I'm thinking now is we have this on a pretty good turn. That's fine. But what I'm thinking now is we eliminate this stop. And what we do is we just bring this one right up through this park or underneath the park. And then maybe we'll even turn this station around and then this one will go in this direction or something like that. Maybe that's the one that connects up into here. And then we'll sever this connection, and then we'll have a Fort Prairie line that goes parallel to the train tracks, and we'll elevate it right here or something like that. And then we'll run parallel, and we'll go to Dunn or something like that, which is going to be a town. So yeah, lots to plan out for the transit in this area, but I think we've locked down the downtown core pretty good now. I think it works out great. I really like the idea of only having a central station for the historic districts of Fort Prairie. And yeah, moving this line as well was pretty good from here. So what I did off camera was I just switched some things around to make it to make this area a bit more friendly. Yeah, so let's hop out and talk about post-secondary education. So if we look over here, this is pretty convenient because it kind of lets you know if everything's a-okay in the city. Green is good, yellow is worrisome, and red is bad. As you see, we have no university availability, so that's not good. We've lost a lot of level 5 commercial buildings and some level 5 office buildings because we're just not able to have as much educated citizens. And if we go into high school availability, we also don't have a high school in the downtown yet. So that's something that maybe we can do today as well. We'll look at probably getting it up in here. Or something like that. I'm not too concerned about not having a high school right in the historic district or anything like that. Maybe we can get it closer to the roundabout. I don't know, but we definitely need a high school or two in the downtown. But the university we have planned out for this area here, and then also in Two Foot Island. So I think the first steps we need to get are, where's the main building going to be? What type of post-secondary education we're going to do, and then also I want to get the metro stop in for the college, Prince Albert College, and this is what I've been kind of doing. I've been kind of doing some thinking. So at the end of last episode, we talked about what the station's going to be, and these were kind of the options that we left ourselves with. This is the base game above ground metro station, and it's fine. It's very simple. I think we'll use it in some of our more rural locations because it works. It's very simple. But here's one that I got from the workshop. it's an island. It's a dual island metro station, so it has 4 stops. And it actually has something I didn't know, is each one of these next 3 have ability to access it from both sides, which is pretty cool. And then here we go. This is the bypass station. So there's access on both sides here, and then the middle is a bypass, which is the one I was thinking about at the end of last episode. But the way this is situated is it actually fits perfectly between this road and the metro, but I really don't want it to connect up to this road. So that's something to think about. And then this is just a different style of the first one we looked at, pretty much. It just splits the 2 up, island-based transport line. So yeah, you know what? The options that I have downloaded aren't the best. Something that I was thinking about though, and I believe I got a comment about wanting to have the bypass station in here. Now I'm not sure if the comment was related to at this point, because I'm pre-recording. If the comment was related to having the below ground bypass station, or an above ground bypass station. No, we don't really have a vanilla bypass metro station. So what I figured out was we could change this is something I was talking about earlier. We can unlock the segment of a train station and then delete it and then build a station platform inside of like the gap that the train station left. So this is actually Metro Track, and I'm just testing it out, and it seems to work. People are parking right here, and then I'm just bringing them right down the street. I just did this to see if like a metro would work, and it seems to work. So yeah, that was from the workshop. So this is just a random one I chose. It's actually the same station that we have in Fort Prairie, so I'm not too keen on using that specific one. Now, if we go to, yeah, so I downloaded these. These were necessary for these assets here. Oh, here's elevated versions. I didn't even know I had them. Yeah, so I downloaded them from the workshop. They are from Klus, created by Klus. So yeah, so if we go to train stations, we have a couple options. There's the vanilla train station, yeah, sure, but I'm thinking this one mainly because I know I can change the track. I don't think I'll be able to change the track on this one because of how it's situated. There's single lanes, and then there's this middle lane here, which this is a bypass station as well, I believe. Dual island platform trace. Okay, so it's not. This one I know I can't change either because it's the same kind of idea. There's a single lane, or a single line, sorry. And these ones are elevated, so I'm not going to do that. So I think it kind of leaves us with this one, which is, you know, okay with me. Maybe the same architect did this, the university metro station as when they redid Fort Prairie metro station, or Fort Prairie train station. So I'm going to delete these. I just placed them down so we can kind of take a look at them. And we will use these assets. This station I want to be very unique. It's probably had funding from the university itself. So yeah. So now that I know I can do this, I can just delete it. And you see the station platform is there. So I think it'll still work even if the building's not there. Because I think what this allows you to do is just build random stations everywhere. Yeah, here we come back. I guess we can speed it up. There we go. Yeah, so funny how it works. Anyways, let's delete this. And let's take a quick peek at how we want that to be. So I pretty much want that right in the middle here. You know, very simple. Nothing to it, really. There's one metro stop over here. We'll have another metro stop in here where we have the metro kind of coming through. If we take a quick peek at the metros. Yeah, there we go. So we have a stop right here. We'll get one over here. Maybe right in this area, maybe over in here. I don't know yet. And then we'll have the stop over here. And then we'll run like a tram or something across 2 Foot Island right up into here when we do trams soon. And then this one will probably come right down the middle of 2 Foot Island, which is going to be the university on this side, I think. We'll have it on this side of this road. I think this will be the dividing line of the university. And then over here we'll have I don't know, residential or something like that. So this will be the main access road across, because the main road across the other side of the island is via this way, in the Ordway Cut. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a couple pedestrian connections, maybe like a pedestrian bridge over here, and then we'll have the tram bridge or something right in here. And maybe we can make the tram bridge like a shared road slash tram. I'm not sure, but anyways, enough talking. Let's take a look at this. So what the first thing we're going to do is we're actually just going to clear the area of trees, because I don't want to build over top of them, because what the game does is it doesn't actually delete trees when you build over top of them. It just builds over top of them and they stay. So a bit annoying, but that's is what it is. So yeah, we go. Just cleared majority of it. Oops, cleared majority of this area for trees, and this is where we have kind of demarcated where we're going to have the first access road into the university. Now, what I'm thinking is actually making this a roundabout, because I think it could be neat to do. It'll kind of allow us to slow down traffic along this road. I think a roundabout's a good kind of entranceway into the university as well, because people coming from the downtown, they'll just take the first exit on the roundabout, and yeah, you know, why not, right? I'm not opposed to roundabouts, especially with this more modern area as well. So let's just go to the roundabout builder. That's okay with me. There we go. Hopefully, seems like there was a road underneath that. No, it's not there anymore. Okay, good. And we'll just delete that little nub as well. Very funny. So before we do anything, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lock in these nodes, because I don't want it to change shape. So I'm pretty much just going to take these and just make a temporary connection like that. And then I'm not going to connect a road up from here into here. I think this will be the only kind of entrance in this area, and then we'll get like another connection. Probably over in here. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to look at the terrain here really quickly. So yes, we'll get that connection right in here. Oops. There we go. So pretty much this will just be probably a residential area. And then we'll have this area built up over time, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. And you know what? I realized that this isn't the right road. We'll do that. There we go. And then I guess we need to choose the road that we're going to use for the university. And, you know, I like this road a lot. I don't want to overuse it. So something we could do is actually upgrade this road to this point here, and then we'll have it drop down to the smaller road, because maybe we can use this area as well for the university, or this yeah, that works. But we're focusing on what the metro is going to be on, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to need a bit of a road with a bit of a larger capacity. So I'm not opposed to using like this one, for example, because it has some trees. I think this is the same road. No, this one has a median though, which could be good. Yeah, that one could be beneficial. Although I don't really mind just using a smaller road like this one, since we're not using it anymore in the same roundabout. We could just go down to here, which is nice. Yeah, I really like this road because people walked on the middle of it, which I think is really unique about this road. So yeah, let's use this one. And we'll come back and we'll use these trees, or we'll kind of upgrade the trees and whatnot. Okay, so now we need to figure out where the metro is going to sit. So we need to go into the trains for this one. And okay, so I'm just gonna build a temporary road right around there. Okay, I'm looking at it. I kind of have a rough estimate on where it needs to go. We're gonna use a 1-lane road with parking on one side. And I think we'll just try and do a bit of guesstimation. I think that should be good. No, it needs to be a bit farther up. Okay, we'll see if this works. Perfect. Okay, so make sure we're paused. And I actually think I want it right about... Yeah, it doesn't really matter where it goes, but so let's place it right here. Alright, and we'll show you how to upgrade this. So, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the network multi-tool. Now, there's a couple mods that do this. Go to the unlock segment. We're going to unlock that. I'm then going to delete it. And then we are going to... I'm actually just going to place another one down right across the street just for some remembering. And I want to see where the tracks are. Then we're going to go into the Metro tab. We're going to go into the ground bypass station track. And I'm going to line it up about the same distance as the other one. And we're going to go to about here. Yep, there we go. That works. And then you see how there's a node in the middle there? You don't want any nodes in this area. So I'm going to delete that. There we go. And that's pretty even. That's pretty even as well. Fantastic. Okay. And then what we're going to do is pretty much just grab our track. Now we could extend the bypass line a little bit, but I don't really mind just for now at least. Just using the normal metro line. Yeah, so these are the station tracks. So you see how it says Vanilla Metro Ground Island Station Track. So you got to make sure that you're not using that for anything else. Oh, it looks like there's another node right in here. Good thing I caught that. Let's see if we can remove it. Nope, I think it's just like a little bit of a glitch. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, well, it looks like we're good, because those are the only nodes that I'm seeing that are upgradable. So, let's go to straight. What's going on here? There we go. I'll just connect that up, and then same thing. All right, very nice. So then we're gonna go back to the network multi-tool, and I'm gonna slope it from here down to here. There we go. And then we have this metro ready to cross into the Hanover Heights area down the line, but we're not ready for that yet. I suppose we could build the bridge though. So let's line it up with this. We're gonna go into bridge mode. And I'll just build it in the same distance for this for now. And then what we'll do is just come back to it and line it up at the same heights and everything like that momentarily. So here we go. I have move it out, and I'm going to select these three. I'm going to set it to the same height as that. Okay, so that didn't work out. So I'll just do them individually. Same height. Thank you. And then same height. Thank you. And then same height. There we go. That looks good. Looks like the trusses don't line up exactly, but the nodes do. So I think I'll leave that for now. And then we'll come back over here and we'll go with the sloping tool. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to go back to move it. I want to make sure that that is at the same height as that. There we go. And then from there, we'll go from the sloping down to here to here. Not much of a difference at all. So perfect. Yeah, and there we go. All right, that worked out. So let's just extend this out to here, and then we'll bring it down. I think we'll grab this road, and we'll just make it come out at a perfect straight angle to about here. Why not? Why not? Right about there. And yes, we're at a bit of a different kind of grid here. So maybe what we do is we actually line up this road with the train tracks and stuff. So let's see how this works. Let's actually just line it up right in here, because that's where we really need it. And then what we can do is kind of just create a fun connection. Really simple like that. And then we'll go back to a straight road here, and we'll bring the straight road out to about here. And then we can split it off into two roads, one that goes along the shoreline and then one that can bump out a bit farther into maybe a campus building or something like that, or a pedestrian bridge across. Don't know yet. Haven't gotten that far. So we'll come right back down and just do something really simple like this. I think this works out. I can't really see many cars coming from this side and then coming in. I feel like it's going to be much more of a someone, you know, driving in, if at all. I mean, this is going to be a really pedestrian-friendly metro anyways. Yeah, I definitely see this working out a bit more. Let's just try and clean this up a little bit. Bring this a bit closer. Just square the node off. And then I'll bring this one down to about there, and then I'll bring this one forward. That's as far as I can go. All right, well, that's fine. Maybe we can bring another road down in here. Whoa. Is that the same node? Or is it a different node? Interesting. Alrighty. What the heck? Alright, well, let's change this up a little bit again. And what is going on with this? Okay, so let's just redo this little connection here. Okay, redo. What the heck's happening? Alright. Silly game. And we'll just connect up. Like that. Oh no. I'm gonna need to redo this whole thing, aren't I? Gosh, you make one little mistake and it costs you. Good enough for me. And now let's actually get a clean connection. Oh, I need to make sure I'm using the same road here. And just down like this. 131. Yeah, I think it can be about right there. That works with me. Flip it around. And there we go. We could actually go for a bit of a larger road, actually, I'm coming to think of it. Maybe something like no parking, 2 lanes, like that. You come in and then you can go into the parking, or you can go into the drop-off area. And then now we need to actually make that proper road connection down. And why don't we go with the tree-lined road? There we go. That looks a little bit nicer, doesn't it? So let's grab this node with node controller. Oh, wrong one. And then I'm not going to square this one, because I think I'll try to do this one manually. Let's bring this back. I think that works. Right about there. Yeah, it's okay. All right, fantastic. So we'll see if everything is a-okay with that down the road here. But then let's grab this road. And again, we'll just do something like that. I'm just going to remove that little node that I just made. Okay, there we go. So that's a good little start. So this is kind of how campus is being entered. We could put the main building right over in here. We could put it down over here. I'm assuming that this is a bit more of a newer college, so it's probably going to be a bit more of a planned college. Yeah, I think so. But before we get going, let's make sure that the station is running properly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drag this stop out into here, and we'll have it on that side. And then we'll just add stop on both ends. 3 speed. There we go. All the people are moving around in the station. And we'll see if anyone ever comes out this way, and I'm sure they will soon. Oh, look at that. People are. I'm assuming they were already on the train and then the train left or something like that. So, all right, so let's delete this. And let's also delete that silly line I had. Okay, so now we got to figure out where we're going to put this main building. So I have an idea. We could kind of create a bit of a connection from here to here. Put the main building on this angle so it faces the roundabout. That could be neat. What would the view be from here? I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Of the skyline. That could be neat. And then we could have like a cool park in the middle here by the roundabout. Or we could put the main building, you know, something a bit closer down into here. But I guess we need to choose, I guess we need to choose which building we're going to go with. So let's take a quick look at our options. So we have the trade school campus, we have the liberal arts, and we also have the university. Now we don't have university unlocked. Now in Brockton County, we did liberal arts. In Riviere de Montagne, which unfortunately didn't end up getting finished, we did a university. We did a trade school in New Lancaster. So, you know, we've used them all. So I'm not too concerned about, you know, not using enough of one, or I've used only one type of school. So the university, I feel, is probably the best one to go with. If you're kind of looking to, you know, maximize the output of the perks and stuff like that. So if we go to university, which we can't actually click, there's some really good benefits that you can get from some of these schools. Same with the liberal arts school. The School of Economics has some pretty good bonuses right here. So, for example, helps local office zones increase revenue without upsetting the city's populace, which is nice. This one, for example, the School of Environmental Studies reduces garbage accumulation in the city, which is, you know, very beneficial. And then the School of Education increases campus attractiveness. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Wrong part. Student teachers, which allows classrooms to have higher student capacity. Oh, so it helps out all the schools. So we go to the Tech College, the trade school campus. We've got the School of Engineering, which increasing all generic zoned industry income without reducing city's water consumption and sewage outlets. That's pretty cool. I really like that, actually. And then this one increases attractiveness of entertainment of leisure buildings. That's pretty cool. And then the Police Academy, which also keeps an eye on jail cell occupants, increasing patrol car counts, jail capacity, and police department efficiency. Pretty neat, pretty neat. So I know that the university one is probably the best one to go with if you're looking to maximize those bonuses, but I'm looking to kind of think about more about the theme of the city. And I think that the theme of the city is probably geared more towards a trade school campus. Mainly because the University of Alberta already exists, and this is an Alberta-themed city, and that's in Calgary. So there's like the provincial university right there. There's also some other, you know, pretty prestigious schools in Alberta. So I'm thinking that this school starts off with, or this city starts off with, like a tech campus, and I think that works with a theme. A school that's kind of competing against a lot of other really prestigious schools. So I think we're going to go with the trade school. And here's another reason why too. One, they look really neat. The main building looks really neat. If we can hop out. I really like the main building of the trade school. But also with the RCMP history, which is the federal police history of this city that we've kind of been working with, I think the police academy could be really interesting to do, because Fort Prairie started off as, you know, a military fort, a trade post, and then turned into an RCMP post. So I think the idea of tying it into the history of the city this way is pretty fun. So let's do the trade school. And let's kind of figure out where we want to put this. So like I said, what if we were to put it on an angle right through here? I think that would be really cool. We could get some nice, like a big park right in the middle here, right in the front. That could be nice. Otherwise, we're putting it like right in here, which it's still really nice. Like it is centered with the train station. I mean that is pretty good, but I think I like the idea of putting it right here, kind of like an entrance into the school in a way. So yeah, let's start off with, let's go with the larger road. And I guess we'll go with the grass road with a median. How about that? And what we'll do is we'll just choose a spot right about here, and we'll come in on an angle. We'll say no bending. Nice. Okay, very good. And that's pretty good. So it's almost about 45 degrees for each. I think between here and here is probably the best angle for it. So let's go here. And then I think we can upgrade this road now too. So let's upgrade this road, and we'll do this one as well. I don't really like having trees go right into a roundabout, coming to think of it. So I think this works out probably best. And now that we have these roads secured, we can delete this, and we can set up a roundabout properly. Okay, I don't like crosswalks in the middle of roundabouts. Alright, and then we'll set this up. There we go. Dedicated turning lanes. Alright, very nice. So now we have kind of like, you're coming into the school here from University Avenue. You turn, you take the first exit. I think what we're going to need to do is make this a little bit larger. So we're going to pull this back. That's a bit too far. I think we'll do the same for each one. So let's do it manually. Let's go to 15 for each. And 15, there we go. And then this one, I think, is a bit different. So we could go to 10 for that side. And there we go. I think that gives us some nice clean lines here. So you have to get into the right lane here if you want to go into the university, and then you can choose your lane here. And then if you want to go this way, you can. I think this actually might be a bit too big of a road, to be honest. I think I might actually think about going back down to this one for here. Because I don't really want people to use this as a bypass either. So I'm actually going to slow down the speed limit on this road to like 20. And we'll bump the speed limit up of the roundabout. There we go. And then we're going 50 through campus. I actually think we want to go 30 through campus. But I think we'll go 40 because I think the majority of the roads we're actually going to be using are going to be default at 40. So I think 40 is going to be okay. Alright, so I think that actually works out pretty nicely. Let's just look at a couple more things before we really start planning it out. So for example, we're going to square this one off. And let's bring this one forward to about here. There we go. And let's do the same thing for here. Square it off and then bring this one all the way forward. Yeah, I think it's starting to come together. Are people actually able to use this? Nice. I'm so happy that people are able to use this. Like, it's incredible. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. We can change up the trees. Let's take a quick peek at what we did with our Fort Prairie. Or not Fort Prairie, Prairie Station. Yeah, we didn't change any of it. So I'm a little bit nervous about changing it individually with Bob, but what we can do is go into Bob here, and then we can say individual props in these buildings. And then we're looking at trees, and then this one is both trees and props. Let's look at trees. So I think if we do this, we can eliminate just the trees in this building itself, which would be nice, because these larger trees, I think I'd want to turn into the live oaks, which we gotta find. I'm sure I could just type it in. Live oak, there we go. I'll do it again over for the other one. Live oak. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's take a quick peek at what it looks like. Very nice, more thematic to what we've been doing in our series. Let's go back over to here and let's take a look. Okay, so it did change the tree for this one too. Okay, so I had to be worried about that, although I do like the idea of changing up the tree for this station. That's okay. Individual trees in these buildings. I think we'll leave the rest. I don't want to mess with it too much. But I do like kind of keeping the tree theme similar. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Good start to the area. We have a nice area for a little bit of a park. We have lots of space to use some of the campus buildings. So let's start off by placing down the first campus building. So here we go. Trade School Administration Building. Let's try to line it up perfectly. Place it down. I'm going to try to center the screen properly for myself. And then there we go. Why don't I actually just use a path? And what I'll do here is I'll just grab this path here, go right in the middle. Let's turn off our guidelines. I think that's about perfect down the middle here. So if I place that down, we can then grab the building itself. So I guess that pillar is probably the middle, this pillar right here. So yeah, there we go. If we put it right up against the street here. All right, perfect. So I'll delete the path now. And yeah, awesome. Okay, so we'll work on what we're gonna do over here down the line. But let's just clean up the place a little bit with some of this. Let's set it to the same height as that. You know what, I might actually just need to temporarily move the building and clean up the slope and everything through here. Okay, there we go. And let's just move it, Control Z. And it looks like there's still that dip. Very strange. All right. Well, I am not opposed to the idea of getting a node right here in the middle. Right there, like that. Making that a crosswalk, and then what we'll do is we'll go into here and we'll remove these two end nodes. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then if we go into node controller again, I think I can open it up a little bit more. Shift, no. Okay, no, never mind. I think that's fine, that's fine. Let's change the tree up, though, in the middle of it. And we'll go for the young linden tree to keep with our theme. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing for here. And then I think we already did it down the line. Nice. And then right here as well. All the way down. All right, fantastic. Fantastic. We'll resume the game. And yeah, so we need water down here, of course. Wouldn't be an episode if I didn't forget to put water in first. So let's bring it down right through here. And we'll bring water right down the middle of this road. And we'll bring water down this road as well. And we're probably going to be fine. I'm realizing now that at the end of last episode, we had some line glitches, some glitches with the line here. So I'm just going to rename these to the University of Greenberg, and then this one's going to be an orange color, and this one is the General Hawkins line. Yes. Okay, so this one only has one. Yeah, no one's using this stop yet, or this transit, or only got Metro line. But this one has a lot of people on it, so it has 4 vehicles. I think we can go up to maybe 6. It's probably gonna be fine from there. Holy cow! We might need to change the vehicle up to a let's go with the subway train. We'll see how many people the subway train carries. 400. Okay, go down to 5. All right, so now we need to start looking at pumping out some of these buildings because we're running out of time in the first episode of our university build. So let's go to the university and we'll take a quick gander at some of the buildings and we'll talk about the plan. So the police academy is something that you unlock right away. I think we're going to do this in Friday's episode. In the police academy, we will build in a separate area of the campus. So what I like doing is taking each one of these and making them their own, quotes, schools. So the police academy specifically is very much its own school, whereas the School of Tourism and Travel, I think we can incorporate in here. Maybe we can put the School of Tourism and Travel specifically on 2-Foot Island, and then the School of Engineering I think can also stay within the campus area, but specifically the police academy, I think we need to choose a different location, and something I like doing is putting it very much away from the normal area. So I was thinking we could maybe even put it out in the farm areas. We could put it out maybe even in here, because the police academy, if this is, you know, thematic to the region, I think we'll need to build some stables around here since it's RCMP related. So why don't we put the police school, maybe somewhere over in here. That could be really cool, right by the highway. And then we can have our rapid bus network as well attached to here, which would be beneficial. I think it'll also kind of stick with the theme of getting some stables out over on this side. Or maybe I'll wait to hear your opinions on where the police academy should go. I'm not going to push it too far out, like over into Dunn or into Beaumont or anything like that, or even Ordway, because we really haven't planned anything out that way. So, you know, somewhere around here, I'm not even opposed to putting it close to the highway, down Era River. Maybe we could get in Hanover Heights. But yeah, it's something to think about. So let's look. So we got some dormitories, we got a study hall, we got groundskeeping, and book club. So I really like book club. I think book club could be kind of representative of maybe one of the original buildings in the area. So why don't we start with the groundskeeping? And why are we starting with groundskeeping? Well, this is the building that I think can just basically be placed anywhere and it doesn't really matter. Let's make sure we're actually have campus filled out. Okay, and I think I'll just bump it out into here as well. And we'll come down through here and we'll include 2-Foot Island. Okay, I'm going to need to eliminate this park, and then we'll put 2-Foot Island on the name 2-Foot Island on this side. All right. And Valley College is Whoa. Okay, so I think we'll grant a couple academic works. I think it's going to take a little while for us to get through this, so I'm not going to go too much. So let's give a grant for artisanry. And yeah, I don't think we're going to do anything with this at the moment. All right, so let's plant down some of these main buildings. So here we are. Groundskeeping is what we're going to start off with. I like kind of tucking these away in areas that are probably the least valued of lands for campus. So I'm thinking right down in here is probably the best spot for it. So I guess this allows us to plan out this road now. So let's go with a median road. How about that? And we'll bring this one down to about here. And this one's going to continue down this way. And just like so. We're actually going to turn this into an industry road. I think that's probably the best bet for us. And looks like we're going to need to clear these trees. And then we'll have the groundskeeping right here. Let's bring that out right to there, and we can decorate this once we're kind of done building out the campus area. Yeah, okay, I think that works. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the end of this road yet, so maybe we can have like a bit of a walking path or something along the end. So I'm not going to worry too much about this. Let's make sure this is all the same height as well. And let's clear out this area as well. This is a very flat area, which is just absolutely perfect for a campus. We chose well. We chose well. Okay, so very simple. Why did we do that? Well, if we look at the building, you know, it's just a basic building. Nothing fancy to it, but it's got, you know, a work truck on it and everything like that. So I think it needs to be in a spot that is tucked away. It's pretty close to the, even though like it's got a really nice view and everything like that, I think this is a adequate spot for that. You can also tie in a couple other assets as well, like the road maintenance depot. I think that kind of works, but I'm not going to do that today. And study hall. So let's get a couple of these buildings in. Oh wow, this is a large building. So what I like doing with my schools is making sure that we respect each asset that we place down. So let's place this one down right here. I think it could actually look pretty nice if we line up the sidewalk or the crosswalk with that. We'll take a peek at what this building is asking from us. So there is no spot for cars that I see. So what I'm going to actually do is call a mulligan on this building, and we are going to place it over here for now. And then we'll look at the dorms. Do the dorms require cars? The dorms do require cars. And we could change that with Bob, I know, but let's do a bit of a revision on that. So where do we want the dorms? So I was thinking it would be nice to have the dorms in this area for a few reasons. It's a bit away from the water. I don't think it's the best idea to have dorms so close to the water. We could put them in the middle, put them over here as well. I wouldn't mind not having the dorms close to the metro either, but it would be, you know, easy for our students to get around the city. So why don't we look at using this access point for the dorms? So we'll start off with just the median road. Yeah. Now let's delete this. And I'll bring this one right across. Yeah, I think that works. And then what we'll do here is connect up these roads at their required angles. And we kind of have ourselves a bit of a fun little pattern here. And we also got a nice access point to this bay too, which is pretty unique. So yeah, I think we'll have this over here, and then we'll get a couple roads through here. Maybe what we can do is have a road from about here, and we'll have it just come right back down like so. And then we can get our dorms this way, right through here. Why does it look so funny? Very weird. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so that's a good start. And yeah. How much attractiveness does that give? Okay, so we definitely need a lot more, obviously. But I think what we'll do is we'll start looking a bit more into this in depth down the line. So let's get our last few buildings in. Like book club. Now I really like the book club building. It almost kind of asks you to build it in a prominent location. So it could be like the dean's office or something like that too. Maybe it's like an older building that this campus has incorporated into their build. I don't love the trees on it, so why don't we actually use Bob here? And what we'll do is take these alders and we'll just remove them entirely. And same thing with the bushes, we'll remove them. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer. Then we can detail this up as well to make it look a bit more modern. Or yeah, a bit more thematic, but I don't know if I actually really like that there. I think maybe we can move it to a more interesting location down the line. I think it's just going to require us to do a bit of finagling around here, so why don't we place it down for here temporarily. I think this is a pretty cool spot. It also kind of shows maybe a bit of why this is so awkward of a location. So we can just maybe bump it out like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, you know what? We'll call it a day here, and I think it's a good start. I'm just gonna move this building for the picture, and we'll put this traits we'll put this right here in the corner, and we'll have like this looks so silly with this just little small building right here, but I think it'll work out if we kind of have something like this for the screenshot. So yeah, have a good day, folks. We'll talk to you on Friday where we'll continue this build, and we'll look at the police academy as well. Have a great day. Peace out.